some would say. I don't know. You got two teams. They played in the Super Bowl. They want to say it's to cut the lights on bowl. No disrespect, but we got we got are you my dad, Bo? We don't know. There's just so much stuff going on here, man. You got the 49ers versus the Ravens, and then you've seen how the 49ers have just been beating up on teams. Even when they had their downfall, Purdy had a way to almost win a game against the Browns, but he was still there. You got the MVP race. Is it Purdy? Is it CMC? Then you got Joe 2 weeks ago saying like, hey, if Lamar win this, man, like he could jump the line. You gave the analogy about, you walk up, everybody got their dress clothes on. That's a running thing on the social medias now. Some of we be business casuals in the club. You walk up now with your big jersey on, $200. I'm in the club. Sorry, should have paid the extra. Lamar paid the extra because now they put a beating on them boys, man. Put the Beats by Dre's on them. Lamar Jackson, man, found a way to get back into the MVP conversation after they go to Santa Clara. Still they Levi jeans, 33-19. It's a game now, y'all. Levi jeans. I see y'all laughing, man, but we got to talk about it. And we saved the best for last, so we're gonna start with you, Joe. What did that game teach you about the Ravens? Oh, you want to go first? Okay, all right, we're gonna start with you, man.
Yeah. This my team, so I'm just because we lost, it don't mean I'm gonna go last. I'll still go first. It's fine.
Okay.
So let me get all the credit to the Ravens first. Let me start that off this way. So the Ravens have clearly showed that they're the best team in the NFL. Let's just be honest about that. I saw a lot of stuff where people were trying to give the defense more credit than Lamar Jackson. Hey, I get it. The defense did create 5 turnovers, but Lamar Jackson still showed why he is a dynamic quarterback and why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And like Joe said, at the very least, the second best quarterback in the league. The man, I mean, he was my preseason vote for MVP. And right now, even though Lamar Jackson may not have the stats, he don't have all the touchdowns, he don't have all the yards. I mean anything. If you look at this team does not win without Lamar Jackson being here. Because we saw this team when Snoop was there, and they won a little bit, but it wasn't like this. Now this defense, and think about all the injuries they've had at running back. J.K. Dobbins out. They've had so many injuries this season, and no matter what, Lamar Jackson has been balling out. Y'all know Lamar Jackson has won no matter who his offensive coordinator is. So he went 6-1 on the Marty Morningwig. On the Greg Roman, he went 38-14. And on the Todd Monken right now, he is now 12-3. Lamar Jackson is clearly the MVP of the season right now. He's done everything he needs to do to lead this team to where they are. They have a rookie receiver who's their number one receiver right now. I think that's without a question. Zay Flowers is their best receiver. Odell Beckham is not what he used to be, but he still has flashes of showing you how good he can be. They got Nelson Aguilar, who's known for dropping the ball a lot, but he's out there making plays. And then their best tight end is out for the rest of the season. They got Isaiah Likely out there stepping up with their best tight end being out for the rest of the year. They had injuries on defense. Kyle Hamilton went down last night after he had 2 picks. Who knows what happens to him? I'm hoping for a speedy recovery because it could be an MCO or ACO. We don't know. But he went out yesterday. They've had injuries on this team all season long, and the Ravens have just been winning no matter what. Now, they're not undefeated, so they have 3 losses on the year, but it does not matter. They have 7 wins of 14-plus points against teams that are over 500. The only other team that has at least 4 is San Francisco, and they went and beat San Francisco at home 33-19. Technically, it was 33-12 because they got a touchdown late in the end with Sam Darnold throwing it to Ronnie Bell, let me make a correction from what they said on TV. That's his second touchdown of his rookie season, not his first, because he had one early in the year when Juwan Jennings had went down. So my guy got 2. So that's pretty much that. But the Ravens are by far the best team offensively and defensively right now because no matter who they play, they go out and dominate. They have the Dolphins coming up next Sunday. This is going to be another good matchup. With Kyle Hamilton, of course, he's going to be out, but I still think the Ravens are going to win that game. That's just me making my early prediction. The Ravens, to me, are the best team in the NFL, best team in the AFC. That's without question right now. Now let's talk about my team. Brock Purdy, who, Joe had made the case for him being MVP. Had me right there with him. I think it's without question he's not in the race anymore. He had by far his worst game of his career yesterday.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
4 interceptions, 3 in the first half. He had 3 interceptions in the first half. 3. The first one was clearly on him because he didn't read the defense well. There were clearly 2 deep safeties there, and he threw the ball entirely too late. If he threw it on time, it would have been a good pass, but he threw it way too late, and he just gave a gift to Kyle Hamilton. Picked it off clearly, and this was after we had 2 big plays from George Kittle to get us down there into the red zone.
Gifts.
Now I have to talk about Kyle Shanahan. Let me say this now. I'm not saying that I'm putting this loss all on Kyle Shanahan. But however, this is the problem I have with Kyle Shanahan when we go up against great teams.
Bruh.
He gets too pass happy. In the first half, we had 14 pass plays to 7 run plays. Kyle Shanahan, that is not our offense. And people want to say that we weren't moving the ball. That's not the case. We were averaging 6.3 yards per play in that game. And it was mostly because of the run. We had more passing yards than they did. We had more rushing yards than they did. We outgained Baltimore 429 to 343. But you know where we messed up at? Throwing the ball too much and turning the ball over. Brock Purdy has played well this year. He's played great this year, and he's been throwing the ball well. He still leads the league in passer rating. He has thrown for over 4,000 yards. But none of that means anything if you don't go out there and win, and especially if you're turning the ball over. And I said this during the chat yesterday, that if we turn the ball over too much, the defense is going to get tired, and we're going to start giving up points. And that's exactly what happened. The defense was on the field too much because Purdy just kept giving them the ball. So Purdy cannot play like that in order for us to win. CMC had a good game. He had over 100 yards. Debo, did what he could do. BA started to shine in the end. Kittle had a really good game. But it's all on the quarterback. If we're going to give him credit for us winning, he's going to have to get credit for the loss. So Purdy played bad. He played bad in that game, and I'm not giving him any excuses. That was just bad. And the Ravens just played great defense. They played great defense. They capitalized on all the mistakes that he made. Ravens played well. Niners played terrible.
Sure.
All right. You all right? Got a lot of your systems now. You good?
I'm good. I just had to be honest about it. I can't come in here and be biased. I had to be honest. Purdy is not in the MVP race. So there you go.
Tough day. All right. So now, before I get started, I hear the noise, the noise in the chats. Oh, Joe, Purdy MVP. Oh, Joe. I see the comments, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Did I pick Purdy to win MVP? To win MVP? No. Did I pick Purdy before the season? No. Am I a Purdy fan? No. My precipitation was Mahomes. Clearly, I'm wrong on that one. But we all make predictions. I predicted the Cowboys miss the playoffs and the Commanders would. I mean, we all make predictions, right? And we all get them wrong. But one thing I do is call it like I see it. And how I saw it, Purdy was the MVP front runner. That's all I was saying. Front runner. And I said, if Lamar Jackson rose up to Levi and beat Purdy, he will take it. And I also said, if Purdy has a bad game and Dak wins, he will pass Purdy, but Dak didn't do his part. One thing I was wrong about, I said 2 will be out of the race. He has to beat the Ravens. I would say he's in the race now. He's back in the race. So people like hit me up. Oh, Joe, this. I'm like, dude, I was calling like I saw it. He was winning. But now he's not winning like they said. But one thing I gotta say is this: Lamar's that guy, man. I mean, Lamar, he's that guy. He just is. Lamar different. The Ravens should be undefeated. They should. I'm sorry, but they slip up. They don't bring their A game. When the Ravens don't bring their A game, they get beat by the Colts. Then bring their A game. Beat by the Steelers. Then bring their A game. Lose to the Browns. Then bring their A game. But when they come to play, they play. They don't lose. When Lamar don't turn the ball over, they don't lose. So I want to show you what Lamar did right here. All right, I got a clip for y'all. All right, it's what Lamar did yesterday. All right, so it's what he did right here. Hold on. There you go. My man went to Levi Stadium and stole that MVP trophy from Brock Purdy. That's what he did. Stole it. Ain't got the face, man. I mean, look at this, man. Got the ski mask on. Look at this, y'all. Look. This man is 15th in passing yards, 14th in passing TDs, 8th in QBR, 8th in QB rating, 18th in rushing yards, first amongst QBs, by the way. 19th in rush TDs, third for QBs, but he does have the least amount of interceptions in the NFL for anybody who played over 14 games. And he's the MVP. Like, how? How is that even possible? This is why. The MVP candidates, Brock Purdy. He had his worst game in his whole career. When the moment, the two best teams in the NFL, AFC, NFC, and MVP game, not just the best, who's the best team, it was an MVP game. And he had his worst game at home on Christmas. So he drops. Jalen Hurts, he beat the Giants, but he threw a pick six. I let the Giants back in the game. And they just came over a 3-game losing streak. He not in it. Dak Prescott just lost to the Dolphins. Was that his fumble on the goal line too? Right? That's his fumble, right?
They gave it to him, but I really think never mind. Yeah, it's Dak's fumble. I'm not even about to do
it. That wasn't on Dak. That was on.
It wasn't, but I'm not going. I can't be the guy.
They lost 2 in a row. So who wants to win MVP? So this is how I got it. Thursday I'm gonna bring you now Sarah's top 5. But right now, Lamar has taken it based off when they play against certain teams, right? When they play certain teams, when they streaking, Lamar knocked their head off. I look at remember the Lions game? The Lions were streaking. And what Lamar do? Beat them 37-3. Sorry, 38-6. Seahawks. Man, the Seahawks gonna be they're a really good team. What do you do to the Seahawks? 37-3. The Bengals, Joe Burrow just slicing and dicing 49ers. Just beat them. What do you do? Beat them 34-20. Joe Burrow, they get hurt. And the Rams been peaking. They got into Baltimore. What Lamar do? 37-31 in overtime. And the 49ers, man, I don't know what team that could beat this team. They fully healthy. They got all they weapons. Man, fully healthy, they not losing. What Lamar do? 33-19. Against those teams, Lamar is averaging 275 passing yards a game, 67 completion percentage, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception, 53 rushing yards a game. That's why he's an MVP, because when he plays against these teams, when they're streaking, these good teams, he goes in there and knocks their head off. And I'm going to get to it Thursday, but Lamar right now is a firm run of MVP. So there you go. Go ahead, Tomo.
Joe. You got warnings, man. I really thought you was about to be funny and put Jimmy Butler up there.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I saw this coming, man. But look, Lamar Jackson gets all the credit, man. Like, there's no, and to all the people that before this game said that the 49ers were going to blow out, do not know football. You do not know. They clearly have not watched the Ravens at all this year to think that the 49ers were going to blow them out. Because I said that was disrespectful. That is not going to happen. I said that was not going to happen. But I think it was a Mike Florio. He went on his show and said that the 49ers were going to blow them out. I said, what? What is he talking about?
Did you hear what Lamar said back to him?
Yeah, exactly. He said that he ain't put no pads on. He don't know what he's talking about. And he right. There's no reason why anyone should have thought that the 49ers were going to blow them out. Now, I did pick my team to win, but to blow them out, that's ridiculous. That's just no. Ravens are too good to allow that to happen.
And Joe, everything that you just said about Lamar, think about this though. This man's 20-1 against the NFC. An entire conference. It's like when you see it. I wish somebody else would have.
Yeah, the only team he lost to was the Giants last season.
And you see what I'm saying? Like that says a lot. And this is why I also had to ask Carl. I had to bring the question back up because I remember the Ravens panel. And I remember what Pop said on there. And he got to preaching. And he was like, man, Lamar can do everything that Mahomes can do with lesser talent. He said he wasn't placed in a perfect situation, but Lamar made the best of that situation. Grit and grind. Like, I think the Ravens are the perfect team for Lamar because, again, it represents the city. Like, that city is, everybody don't really respect Baltimore that way, but you got to be from here to understand what we're going through. And that's what the Ravens are. You got to be from here and you got to be a fan of this team to understand what we're going through and what we can do. And that's what he showed it yet again. Everyone wants to doubt me. I'm going to go out there and win unanimous MVP. Okay, I've been hurt the last 2 seasons, but watch when I come back. My team is got the number 1 seed. Carl, you want to say it all the time in the chats. Most people wouldn't say that the weapons that he got are weapons on any other team, but now look, he's making it happen. I know Mahomes is your boy, but the one season where he ain't got no notable wide receivers, it's not looking good for him. So again, man, I know Mahomes is the GOAT, and I know that's your boy, but Lamar Jackson is doing everything that Pop said he was going to do this season. He going to show and prove.
Because he don't need the weapons to be effective. That's the difference between Lamar and Mahomes. He can win with his legs also, and because of his presence, the running game is A1. And they're gonna run the ball with Lamar, not throw the ball 44 times.
Now, watch when them running backs get back and they get healthy. I know you don't want Derrick Henry, but if y'all can get Derrick Henry for like a league minimum, I ain't got nothing else for the Ravens, man. I ain't got nothing else to say to them, man, because that run scheme is just great.
Man,
for the 49ers,
just imagine if J.K. Dobbins never got hurt.
Like, come on. But and just for the 49ers, they gonna be all right. The league don't need to freak out about this. This is an anomaly for them. Like we always said, the blueprint is you get up on the 49ers and then they got to play comeback game. That's what Purdy had to do, right? And that's essentially what that we seen it. We always talked about the blueprint for this team, but we never actually seen someone go in and implement the blueprint. We seen a lot of people going with the Lego set, but they forgot the instructions. But that's just what it is. I don't care about no verbal assault. I'm telling you what I seen on the panel, Carl. The Ravens fans told you about your boy. All right? I'm just saying. Stop being modest, man. Y'all got the best team in the NFL. Now, let's go on to the NBA. Yeah, man. Let's make these quick picks, man. Let's just talk about this right quick. We gotta pick because we didn't do it early this season, but now the NBA season has officially started. Lakers, the NBA season has officially started. All right. Job is not done. Baby, don't.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.